Hello. Good morning, America. Uh, and Happy New Year's to everyone. Uh, I don't really know how to start this. Um, so here we are in Minecraft. If you've, I guess, known this channel for at least like, what, 2 years now, you probably know that I typically make like a reflection video. Well, not typically, but in 2022 I made a reflection video. Or no, in 2023 I made a reflection video for 2022, and I posted that onto YouTube. And I mean, you know, it's something I enjoyed. I really did, and I wanted to do it again for this year. I was originally gonna do it for 2023. But I got lazy. Yeah, I'm just gonna be playing Minecraft and talking about I guess sort of just like trying to reflect on how the year went. Going to resource packs using Classic Faithful, which I'm pretty sure is a I guess verified version of Faithful, because I remember there was like a huge controversy regarding this texture pack like years ago. And we're on a 1.8.9. I don't really know why I specifically went with 1.8, but I think at the time this is like one of the first few versions I remember like playing with like a conscious thought. And yeah, I guess that's sort of it. So yeah, as you can see here, I actually did a original take a couple hours after the new year, obviously, as you can tell by the time, but I really hated how that turned out. I mean, it wasn't even bad, but it was somehow like 90 times more unorganized or disorganized and messy than I thought it'd be. Also probably because it was at fucking 2 a.m. Or I started it at like 2 a.m. No guarantees for that, I guess, in that regard. I'm probably going to be like pausing a bunch. I don't know how much I'm going to edit this down. I'm probably just going to be like going on random ADHD rants, just because, you know, I don't have a script. I'm doing this completely unscripted. And I mean, I guess I'll just have to see how that turns out. Yeah, also this world seed kind of sucked ass. So, take two, I suppose, of, this lazy ass idea. But no. You know, I decided to go with Minecraft just because, this is like one of the first few games that I pretty much ever played. Ever. Even the days before I got a PC, I think I was like... I always was like paying attention to Minecraft. I'm not particularly good at Minecraft, but... You know, it's a game that stuck with me throughout the years. Also, I had no clue that Christmas hat was a thing. So I think that speaks to how actively I'm playing Minecraft, I suppose. Yeah. Like I said, 1.7.10 was like the Minecraft version for me at the time. I wouldn't be surprised if like majority of my time playing Minecraft at the time was exclusively on that version. You know, I guess I just wanted to keep some familiarity to that sort of time. I contemplated doing 1.9 actually, because like that was like right after the that's the combat update, but decided against it. And I could always save that for for this year. Woohoo! Already using lazy ideas. Also, this is so awesome. I don't know how that... how that ended up happening. Oh, and there goes my axe. But yeah, I guess for anyone who's for whatever reason watching this and doesn't know me, because I don't know how the hell else this will end up in like anybody else's recommended. As you can tell by my channel title, I'm Nightbeat. I have a 1 in my name because I think I'm very cool, and totally not because some guy in like, I don't remember where, but like, I could just check. I could literally just check. Some guy in Paraguay, yeah. Some guy in Paraguay has the alias that I wanted, which was Nightbeat with an I. It's totally not the reason behind why I have a 1 in my current username. I mostly play Osu, tournaments. That's kind of it. A good portion of this video is probably just going to be about me rambling about Osu, or stuff about, or like rambling about stuff related to Osu. But I mean, that's pretty much all I have going in my like regular internet life, so just sort of to be expected, I guess. But I guess I will start with like a couple things from just like my actual everyday life and like think back about some of that stuff. I don't really have much going on in my life. I'm a really boring individual. I've come to realize, and you know, sometimes I complain about it, but it's like, you know, I don't really mind it. Really, Osu is the only game I like primarily play nowadays, which could be sad or lame, I guess, to some people, which, you know, it kind of is. But you know, I've been playing the game for 8 years now. It's kind of hard to just not play it at this point. Speaking of which, I think at this point, yeah, my account is about 8 years old, or like a bit over 8 years old. I made my I made my account on New Year's Day at like, I think it was like 3 p.m. So yeah, we're well past that by now, and I think out of all the years of me, you know, actively playing Osu, this year was probably like my most productive, I guess. And I mean, that's sort of just been the case for like last year and the year before last year as well, which makes me happy to think about, at least. But I mean, I guess you could say, damn, I've been playing this game for 8 years and I haven't made it all progress, like meaningful progress to me until now. That's hilarious. I should probably start making some food. Oh yeah, as you can tell, I am using Optifine. I think I'd be using sodium or like something like that, something else under normal circumstances. That just doesn't exist for this Minecraft version, I'm pretty sure. And I really wasn't trying to go out of my way to like get all that set up. So I guess to an extent this is sort of just more grounded, anyways, because, oh, I'm dying of hunger, that's not good. More grounded, I guess, because, I mean, at the time in which I was playing this version of Minecraft, I knew like fuck all about modding. This is sort of true to that, I suppose, because like Optifine was like the furthest extent to my knowledge, and I mean, I do have an Optifine kit. Because I thought that was really awesome when I got it. Yeah, I guess sort of just back to like my everyday life. Took my what was it, second and third semesters of college this year, which is fun. Not really, but you know, toughed it out. Wasn't really that bad either. I just don't think I don't particularly enjoy classes. It's weird too, because I mean, I like learning, but I've sort of just been like jaded in that regard when it comes to like any sort of learning, especially after the pandemic, and like virtual learning and all that. Oh wow, I've been seeing that a couple times now. I don't. But yeah, it really just comes down to, I guess, me not really enjoying that sort of learning that much. And I mean, you know, it's not like I have to enjoy it, but it'd be cool if I did. I'm trying to look for sheep, but I haven't spotted like a single one. It also feels like mobs spawn like or more abundantly in this version, which is always cool. Ooh, a ravine. I might head down this, just because I don't think I can find like an actual cave anywhere. And the sun is going down anyway, so I might as well. Especially with how much food I collected in like the first couple minutes of this world. Didn't really do much outside of that. Helped out at like my parents' workplace, which ended up closing recently, actually. I'm not really going to go too much into detail about that since it is a more private matter, or like a more personal matter at the very least. But you know, that's just how it is sometimes. You know, it's what it's. I've been saying that a lot lately. Obviously coming from like it is what it is. I just think it's funnier. I think that's pretty much the only reason why. Yeah, that's kind of it when it comes to like my IRL life. I don't really think I have that much to reflect. Oh, Jesus Christ, monsters are out. I don't really think I have that much to comment on otherwise. Oh, I got a bow. That's actually kind of good. You know, it's funny. In my initial first take of like all this, in that initial take, I don't think a skeleton dropped a bow at like a single time, and I might have killed like 20 of them total. So I'm already doing better than that world to an extent. Yeah, man, I miss spam clicking. I mean, I think I've gotten pretty used to like the rhythm like of like clicking with like an axe or with like an axe in the obviously newer versions. But you know, spam clicking is it's iconic. Oh my goodness. Goes a lot deeper than I thought it did. You know, I do miss how Minecraft was like this. More simplistic and not like 9,000 layers of like complexity. But at the same time, it's like there's so many like quality of life features, I guess you could call them, that are in newer versions that aren't in this version, like offhanding, shields and all that. And also like crouching feels weird because like you go down like half a block now and it's like this is like half of that. Like half of half a block. But yeah, I did also get to attend like a few like in-person meetups. I don't know if that's probably more of like an OSU thing. Because like all of them are OSU based. But, you know, getting to attend meetups, like IRL meetups for anything really is pretty fun. Especially getting to meet a bunch of people that, you know, I basically almost only talk to like, just like through Discord. It's like, oh my god, you're a real person. You're really a real person. That's crazy. And not some guy that's just in my computer. I only went to 2 this year, which I don't think it's too crazy. Going outside 2 times this entire year, oh my goodness. I guess also speaking on that, I've also just been like working out, going on walks, just being more physically active as a whole this year. Obviously, last year or these past few weeks, I haven't been as productive as I'd like in that respect, and I think that's sort of gotten me down. But you know, it's not the end of the world. You know, just got to do better. That's all that really comes down to, right? Yeah, the two meetups were there was like first one was a Northern Virginia meetup that's regularly hosted by the Virginia OSU server. And yes, there are, if you aren't in the know, there are like state OSU servers. If on the very small off chance that you are in Virginia, you play OSU, and you don't know about the Discord server, you should join. They occasionally like host meetups, and they're pretty damn fun to attend. I think I've attended like most of them, ever since they started it back in like I think 2020. I think I've attended almost every single one, barring like two, which hasn't been like that many, but you know, still something. Yeah, and I mean, I always have fun at them. They're typically hosted at like a place called the Cave Fairfax, which is sort of like a PC bong or like a PC cafe. It's like a PC cafe, but they don't really like have too much emphasis on the cafe, I guess, if that makes any sense. They have like snacks, they have like drinks, but it's a pretty cool place that unfortunately recently shut down, and they had like 50 computers or something. But yeah, that's pretty neat. Also, aside from that, the other meetup that I went to was a OSU Maryland meetup. You know, like I said for the Virginia one, if by the very small chance you're in Maryland and you play OSU and you want to be part of the community, join the OSU Maryland server. I think you could just like Google, like, I'll just try Googling this, OSU State Leaderboard. You could Google OSU State Leaderboard, and it should be the first option. The website is like osutools.com, and there's like a state ranking page. And I think if you click on like the Maryland one, you can find the Discord server. Yeah. And the same for like pretty much all these other states, as long as they one, have a Discord server, and two, have submitted it to that website. Not all of them have Discords, but I'm pretty sure most of them do. Oh my goodness. OSU music. What the Oh my god, I have like brain tumors or something. So I'm just gonna open it on land so like shit progresses when I'm paused. I said OSU music. Oh my fuck god. Minecraft music. Guess I'll start packing up a little to head down. Sun is coming up though, so I could just head up. I think I'll just mine for a bit longer. Yeah, I guess back on the back to what I was talking about before I got sidetracked. The OSU Maryland meetup. That was pretty fun too. I believe. No, not I believe. It was hosted at the UMBC, or University of Baltimore, or University of Maryland, Baltimore County, and you know that was pretty fun too. It was held in like a lecture hall, I think. Oh my. And there's like a bunch of people there. I don't know why I'm trying to mine that with this. And you could bring your own PC, or like your own setup or whatever. There wasn't like a butt ton of room, but you know, it was enough. It was enough. Funny story, I have a PC that I built to bring to like lands like the Coastal Maryland meetup. The PC itself isn't anything like insane. It's like most of it is like parts from one of my previous PCs. Like the CPU is like an i5-8400. The GPU is a 2060 that I bought recently. It was originally a 980 Ti, and it's all in like a ITX build. So, you know, pretty compact, easy to carry around, not that heavy either. But, you know, gets the job done. Pretty solid PC, I think. Nothing like, again, nothing insane or overkill. A friend of mine who was driving, hit a couple bumps on the road, and you know, we were both joking that, oh, what if that fucked up the PC? It's like, haha, that won't happen, right? And mind you, I tested the PC like the night before, right? Or like the night before and like the night before to make sure that it was like actually working. And it was working perfectly fine. We pull up, I'm like, oh yeah, everything is gonna be fine. I plug it into like an outlet that's like under the desk, because the seats also were accompanied by like outlets on the desks. I plug my monitor in, that turns on fine, and then I press the power button on the computer, and it just doesn't turn on. So I'm like, uh-oh, that's not good, especially when I tested this like the night before. But you know, maybe it's something wrong with the outlet. Maybe it's just not bringing enough power, which wouldn't make any sense because I think other people were running their PCs off of that. PCs that were much beefier than the one that I had. But you know, it's not impossible that there's something going on with that. The outlets weren't the problem either, because the outlets worked fine for other stuff, but I plug it into like the back of the room, and at the back of the room there's like outlets on the wall, and you know, if those don't work, then I don't really know what would. I plug it into that, and it just doesn't turn on again. So I'm like, oh, that's not good. And I think my friend and I thought that it actually did get effed up on the ride. There's like a couple like potholes or whatever that like could have unironically caused some problems. So, you know, I tried opening it up to check out what was going on, and I didn't have like an actual screwdriver on me. So what I did was I took a soda tab, and I used that as like a makeshift screwdriver for the Phillips head bits, which it was like pretty much all Phillips head bits. So yeah, that was a fun time. And you know, I did all like I did pretty much everything I could think of, I think. I tested everything that I could think of, and I mean, none of it ended up working, so it's like, well, shit. I guess the PC is just bricked for one reason or another. You know, and my friend's all like, oh shit, I'm really sorry, man, and it's like, yeah, it is what it is. You know, and I mean, I think it could have been way worse, had the PC bricked itself, you know, just as long as the whole thing didn't get, like, tossed into, like, hell. So, you know, I'm kind of bummed I don't have a setup for the entire land, basically. It's like I came there to play Osu and talk to people, and instead I'm just stuck with talking with people, which isn't the end of the world, but it is not the thing that I went there for. Yeah, I come home, and I'm like, damn, I guess this PC's fucked. And you know, my friend's still like, yeah, I'm sorry about bricking it. I decided, yeah, I'm gonna test the PC one more time, just to make sure that like it isn't like fully bricked. And you know, I'm at home now, so I can use like the shit I have on hand to like diagnose what's wrong with the PC. So yeah, so I plug that all in, And much to my surprise, the PC just boots. So I'm like, huh, that's interesting. So, basically, TLDR, my PC didn't like the outlets. Like, I keep thinking about it, and the more I think about it, the more I just genuinely have zero clue on why my PC acted like that. But you know, it's working fine now. I even booted up again like a month ago, and it works perfectly fine. And like, I don't really use that PC outside of bringing it to LANs, so it's like, like literally there has been nothing that could have possibly affected it in that regard. Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of a silly predicament. Had fun talking to people. Got to meet a bunch of people that either I haven't met before or had been wanting to meet. Oh, hey there. The fucking fall sound. I guess back on the topic of Osu. Oh. Guess back on the topic of Osu, I've been playing a lot of tournaments this year, I guess. which has been fun. Again, just meeting a bunch of people. Getting to talk with a bunch of people who I've been wanting to talk with for a while now. At the same time, it's like, I love competing in Osu tournaments, so it's like, or I just love competing in general, so that sort of scratches that itch as well. Yeah, I think I played a total of like 39 tournaments this year, like total. Whether it be like public tournaments or like in-house tournaments or like private in-house tournaments. And I'm pretty satisfied with how they went for the most part. You know, even outside of the social aspect of tournaments, it's like, I want to do well in those tournament matches, obviously. And I think for the most part I have been doing well. I think this year I've been improving. I don't want to say quick, but the quality of my improvement has been better this year, I think. Like, even compared to like last year, I think I'm a lot better. Which is always reassuring to think about. You know, I haven't been wasting 8 years on this game for absolutely nothing. I mean, I kind of have, but to be able to remind myself that, you know, this isn't all for like nothing, and that like I'm actually making progress in some regard is it's really gratifying. It's really validating, especially when I look back at how sort of like toxic my oh wow, I'm not that smart. Especially considering how toxic I guess my mentality has been towards this game, especially towards my younger years. Because I started playing this game when I was like 13, which is crazy to think about. And obviously, when you're 13 years old, your brain doesn't work that well. Well, it works, but at the same time, it just doesn't. I'm pretty sure everyone who's watching knows what I mean, but I think in that regard as well, I've been making a lot of progress this year. I mean, obviously, it's like, or in the sense of just like being more positive, trying to have a more positive outlook. And obviously, it hasn't been perfect. You know, I still have my lows hit pretty often, but I think I'm doing generally better at like managing that type of thing. I might also like cut out any large or any long pauses, just to like take sips of water. But I could also just like upload this full, because I'm lazy. I'm lazy and it feels more authentic. That's my cope. But yeah, it's been pretty fun. My results, I think majority of them have been like making it to like losers round of 32, which is like the bare minimum if you're qualifying for a tournament. But you know, I've gotten like out of all my podium finishes, I got like 1 third place, and then I got 3 total second places, I'm pretty sure, and then 1 singular win, 1 singular public tournament win. And I say public tournament win because I played an in-house and I won that one. But I'm not gonna say I don't count it, because like that was technically my first like actual tournament win, and I think for the most part I am satisfied with that. You know, there's probably some like statistic out there that shows how many like OSU players actually win a tournament. I wouldn't be surprised if it was pretty low, and so considering that, I'm not going to take that for granted. I think back to the losses a lot because, you know, I've been trying to convince myself to reflect more on the things that happen in like life in general. The general feeling I have towards a lot of my second place finishes, and like I guess even that like 1 third place finish that I mentioned, is that like had I been like at least a little bit better, I think that could have seriously changed the outcome. Which, you know, it's natural to think that way, I think. You know, it's not like a groundbreaking revelation thought to have, obviously, but you know, I still think about it. Can you come down from there? In the spirit of reflecting on all that, I guess what went wrong for me in those grand finals. The first one this year, I believe, was for a tournament called Badley Wood Cup. If you've been tapping into the tournament scene, you've probably heard of like Badley Wood Cup 2024, which was like the open rank iteration. But Badley Wood Cup has been hosted like a couple times in the past as like other iterations. And the one I was playing was like a 5K iteration, team size 8, 4v4, and my team made it all the way to losers grand finals, because I think we lost in like semis, I think, semis winner bracket, and won every other match to get to that point. Obviously, in the winners grands was just a scary ass super team that I don't know if it was formed months in advance. It might have been, but you know, it was a team that was built to like win that tournament. And I was teaming with a bunch of really good players who didn't end up on a team before regs ended, or like, because some teams were made like months in advance, I think. For whatever reason, the people I asked, or the people that ended up on my team, weren't. And we won the first match 7-1, which means that would force a bracket reset. And, you know, in my head, I was like, you know, that's not a real result. Because I think that was just them sort of underperforming on that given day. And then we delayed the bracket reset to like a week later, since I think both of our teams would have preferred that anyways. And, you know, we lose. We lost the match. I think we were up like 4-1, but we ended up losing like 6-7 in tiebreaker. But I was like FCing the tiebreaker. I was matching someone on their team who was FCing the tiebreaker. And then I like slightly over-aim like a flow section, and I miss, and on top of them already leading for that map, their FC remained, and yeah, you know, it was heartbreaking at the time, I think, because I think that was genuinely closest I've ever been to winning a tournament at that point in time. It is what it is sometimes. I mean, that's a lot easier for me to say, especially in hindsight. I still had a lot of fun on that team. you know, performing as well as I did in that grand finals was also sort of validating in my mind, since at the time I don't think I was that popular as a player, even in even in the 5K range. Then my second grand finals was for an Asia-based Suiji team or tournament. For those who don't know what a Suiji is, basically it's like just random teams. Pretty fun concept. I wish I could play them more often, but typically the open rank ones, the cutoff is like rank 800 or like damn near 4-digit. And I'm like 4.1k right now. But yeah, and I ended up on a pretty decent team. Pretty chill team. And we made it all the way to... I'm trying to remember when we lost. It might have been like round of 16 winners bracket or like quarters winners bracket. I remember like we did pretty decently like the first match, and then like we sort of just ran it back ever since. Which is funny too, because like I think me and my tier buddy were the only two people on that team that couldn't speak Chinese. So it was kind of awkward in that regard. But you know, we made it all the way to grands in that one, and lost again. That time though, there's like, I'm pretty sure it was like the second best player in that tournament by like a landslide was in there, and like had a pretty solid supporting cast, so it's like, you know, couldn't really do too much about that. Tried our best, and yeah, unfortunately it couldn't get done. But I think, and oh yeah, I guess I also sort of forgot to like come up with a takeaway from my other grand final, which I guess I'll just say it now. I guess like the biggest takeaway I could get is like controlling my nerves, or just keeping my head like focused. Because I mean, I wouldn't say I wasn't focused during that match. You know, I'd also be lying if I said I wasn't pretty damn nervous during that match as well. Especially towards like the latter half of the match. I think that affected my play pretty badly. Because also I think we were up like 6-4. And then just like lost 2 points in a row. I don't know, I think we were in a position where like there's a map that we could have like won pretty easily. And we didn't, because I think we all sort of just low rolled. And obviously, no shade to the other team as well. Because, you know, I'd be lying if I said it wasn't deserved. And I think that sort of just applies to like all these tournaments. But I think something I could take away from my experience in the Asia Suiji tournament, it was called like Yutang Suiji Cup. Learning how to play at like early times a lot better. Like I have like a safety net in when it comes to my time zone. I'm only -4 or UTC -4 or like -5 in with daylight savings. Fuck daylight savings. And that's like pretty much the earliest time zone you could get in the States. So my scheduling was pretty flexible, but I don't think I ever properly got used to playing at like 14 UTC and 15 UTC, you know, which is obviously like 10 AM or 11 AM for me. Because I'm used to like 16 UTC, which is 12 PM. Because like I could wake up at like 10 and then warm up. But any earlier than that, it was like kind of iffy for me, I think. And I think playing that tournament sort of helped me with that a bit more. But yeah, that was a really fun experience. But yeah, my second place was for a draft tournament called Kanyo Cup, which to that point had been ran like annually, pretty much. Like every year there was a Kanyo Cup basically. And I think that was my best shot at winning one of the Kanyu Cups. And I guess I wanted to win Kanyu Cup kind of badly because of that. And I'd been put onto a pretty damn good team. I think we pretty much like just ran through the winners bracket for that entire time, which isn't to say we dominated it. There were a lot of close matches, but you know, we made it to winners grands, which means that we only had to win one match of 2 matches. Obviously, if you come from loser, you have to win you have to win both matches if you want to win the grands. Outside of just winning the loser grand final match. So, you know, we had that safety net going into that match, and we felt pretty good on it, because I think, again, my team was pretty OP. In hindsight, I sort of questioned why I was put onto that team, just because, like, I really feel like I didn't contribute that much with it, which I think also adds to, like, what I could take away from this tournament. But yeah, we go into that match, and we lose both, we lose the first set, 7-4, and then we lose the second set, 7-4 again, I believe. And I was completely heartbroken. I guess to add some context to that time as well, I was pretty fucking burnt out at that point, of just like, in terms of just like Osu. This is, the grand finals at this point was like, I think 2 months ago. Ever since like February, I've been playing tournaments non-stop essentially. I could probably count on one hand the amount of weekends I've had where I haven't had to play Osu for a tournament. So, probably imagine why I was incredibly burnt out at that point. You know, I still wanted to like show that I was capable of contributing. So I did my best. I'm not gonna harp on myself too bad, because given those circumstances, I don't think I did terribly, but you know, it's a situation of, if I was like 1% better, I think that could potentially affect the outcome of this match a lot. Because I think I played 4 maps total, and I think we lost most of them by like pretty small margin, or like a winnable margin at the very least. But you know, mentally not being able to open Osu that much will affect you a lot, especially when the pool is like 7.6 stars. I think of my grands losses, that one, the Kanyu Cup one, will probably be haunting me the most, because of how winnable I felt that match really was. Because like the Badley Wood Cup one, it's like I could sort of just let it get by to a certain extent, because like it was my first time like playing as much as I did in a grand finals. I think I played almost every single map that one, but this one I was literally only playing like what, 3 maps, 4 maps, and I just couldn't get it done on the 4 maps that I had to play. And I think my biggest takeaway is just like, it's sort of just like another wake call, I guess, or just like brings to my attention like how important my personal work ethic is, or how important my personal like practicing routine is. Especially because, like I said, I wasn't really opening Osu that much during that time. And I thought I thought I could just get by with that. I didn't believe that 100%, but like, you know, I wasn't like, I use that as an excuse to not harp on myself too much, I think. And I mean, it's fine, but it's still pretty damn disappointing to look back on and realizing, you know, my own performance was completely in my control, and I decided to, you know, just sabotage myself, basically. I guess to also add in post-editing, it also made me realize how important maintaining my mental was, because, you know, opening Osu was just mentally taxing for me, and also just like, I wasn't enjoying playing the game at all, so, yeah, that didn't help at all. But yeah, all that out of the way. The 3rd place one as well, I think we were, We just faced a pretty unfortunate circumstance. We weren't able to yield our like full lineup. I think we were missing like two players including me, and the other one was like a pretty crucial player for us. So that's just, it is what it is for that one. At the very least, I can say I have like the one like public tournament win under my belt. Because you know, if you don't know, then if you win a tournament that follows a certain set of guidelines and like quality guidelines and like just like verifiable guidelines, I guess, that tournament is eligible to obtain a profile badge that is granted to the winners of the tournament. And for like the longest time, basically, I've wanted that. The reason why the three losses, or like the 3 second places, have stuck so much in my mind is because, well, they were all badge tournaments. So yeah, profile badge was something I was like, I don't want to say chasing. I say not chasing because like I wanted to obtain it, like, and feel like I was actually contributing, which I did for the tournament that that I have one for. I believe it's called Doc Open. I think that's how you pronounce it at the very least. It was a open rank auction. It had like 2 divisions. It had like a quote-unquote open rank division, and then it had like a 5k plus division, and I was actually supposed to I was actually planning on playing the 5k division, 5k being like the rank range, obviously, but I accidentally ranked up because the Asia Suiji tournament I was talking about was also a Score V1 tournament, and I got a 500 PB play in that, so oopsies. So to a certain extent, I wasn't even supposed to be playing the open rank one, but you know, I decided to anyways, because you know, I'm not gonna play a tournament that I've been eyeing for a little bit. Like, even if I get like bought onto just like a random team and just like chill there, I'll be fine with that. And I actually did pretty well in my qualifier lobby. I don't think that affected what I got bought for too much. But I got put onto a pretty OP team, which is actually a really chill team. I think the one time that we let like everyone was sorted down was like the one match that we lost that tournament. I don't think we let it get to our head too much. But that did also mean we had to play like the maximum amount of matches possible for that tournament. And you know, despite that, we won the damn tournament, the whole damn tournament. I think my performances in the earlier stages weren't that great. I had like a couple decent performances on some maps, but I think I actually started pulling my weight a decent amount in the later stages. I think of any tourney experience I have from here on, I think that will probably be one of my favorites, especially when it comes to like a tournament that I won, just because of how chill the team was. How chill the team was and how like insane the story is like on paper. I guess the takeaway from that, for me personally, it sounds weird to say this because it sort of contradicts my takeaway from Kanyo Cup, because Kanyo Cup happened like months after this tournament. It sort of just was a testament to like how much me grinding the game really matters. And I mean, especially now with hindsight, I could say all that. And especially with how Kanyo Cup went. But, you know, as this is an absolute shocker of an idea. But if you play the games consistently, you're going to be good at the game, or at the very least better than when you're inconsistently playing the game. Now that's just an outlandish concept right there. Unheard of, even. It was validating in the sense that, like, you know, practice does matter, but also in the sense that, like, I was capable of like contributing to like winning anything. And I think around that time I was sort of just starting to have doubts about that. And then the in-house tournament was like there was just some weird there's just some weird fuckery going on in that tournament, so I'm not gonna delve too much into that. But you know, another tournament were like really chill vibes. I was able to put together a really chill team and just like vibe out for the most of the tournament while being a pretty decent or pretty solid team for that tournament. Yeah, I think tournament wise, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it for my ramblings. You know, and obviously going forward, I'd love to play. I'd love to play more tournaments. And I'd love to compete more. I don't think there's anything in my life currently that could even match like the feeling I get from competing in OSU tournaments. Mostly just because like I don't really have anything else to compete on in like a video, like anything like competitive video games. Like OSU is pretty much the only thing that I have in that regard. But yeah, I mean, God knows how many OSU tournaments I'll be playing this upcoming year, because I think in terms of just like a life, shit's gonna become like 20 times more busy. I'm probably not even gonna have nearly as much time to, you know, be active on the internet. I mean, I'll probably still be, I'll be active on the internet, but it's like, I don't know how much time I'll have free to like actively grind shit. But, you know, only time will tell. I mean, the fact that I've been playing this game for 8 years in the first place is kind of absurd. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I don't even think me from like 8 years ago could imagine I am where I am right now. And, you know, obviously that's sort of just a given for most of these kinds of things. Yeah, I'm excited to see how things go this year, because, I mean, there's a lot of things I'd love to accomplish. You know, I'm really happy with, having one tournament win under my belt. But, you know, why not aim for, like, multiple? Getting to play a World Cup would be pretty cool as well. And, I mean, obviously I know that the OSU World Cup is pretty much out of completely out of reach for me as I am right now. But there are World Cups for, like, different rank ranges, like a 4-digit World Cup, a 5-digit World Cup. You know, I'd love to play I'd love to play the 4-digit one. I don't know what the possibility of that's going to be looking like, especially since, like, you know, even though a bunch of people won't be returning, there's like hundreds of, like, okay, maybe not hundreds, but like there's still like a bunch of people that are like very scary players to be competing over a spot with. But, you know, I don't think I'm gonna think about it too much in that regard. Because for the most part, it's just like I only end up trying for 4WC, or trying out for 4WC, just to like, or just like gauge how I fare with other people in my rank range. I placed like, I think 10th, no, not 10th, like 13th or something in this year's tryouts. And there was like a second stage of like, another pool that I got to play as well. So, you know, it's like my chances for that weren't like completely zero, as opposed to like the year before and the year before that. So, you know, at the very least, I'd love to do decent in tryouts. I think if I do that, I'll be satisfied regardless of the outcome. I think that's something I personally have struggled with, both in life and just like in like video games and OSU, blah blah blah. You know, I'm always like focused on my like current performance, but I pretty much almost never take the time to like consider how much progress I've been able to make, consider, you know, how much I've grown. And, you know, I guess the aim of this is to like sort of just help me highlight that that like sentiment. Like I've definitely thought more about that sort of stuff in recent times. But maybe that's more just due to like New Year's and all that. I think I'm just gonna go to the Nether just to like see what's up. Cause it's been a minute since I've seen most of the things on this version of Minecraft. I don't really remember much. So let's see how this turns out, I guess. Oh. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. when the Nether was literally just one biome. Any Nether fortresses? Yeah, the old zombie pigmen are in this version. I don't even remember when, like, all the updated, like, Nether stuff gets added. Yeah, this feels kind of crazy to be just looking at. I will say though, this is one of those times where I really wish that offhanding was a thing. Because, you know, being able to place blocks and, like, have, like, my sword out or whatever, or, like, a pickaxe out. Yeah, I think I've been taking time to truly reflect on, you know, the things that have happened and the things that do happen in my life. I think it's something that's also pretty useful to, like, keep yourself motivated. To, like, really consider the progress that you've made over the years. I don't even really know what my goal is with this, world. Sort of just playing on it. The previous one... My previous take, I actually, like, built a house. And, like, I dipped, but, like... I don't even know if I'm gonna do that here, because, like, I'm an hour in, and I already don't really know what to talk about. I guess I should probably enchant some stuff, or, like, build some better gear. I'll for sure make a sword. Basic enchants, but it'll do. Yeah, I think any sort of feedback would be pretty cool for this video if anyone is even watching this, because, like, I love the idea of I do like these sort of, like, commentary videos where it's like you're playing a game and you're basically just talking over it in live, like, as you're playing it. But this is, like, one of the first times I've ever done this sort of thing. Holy shit, zero blaze rods. I love to make it, like, a regular thing for my reflection videos, just because depending on the game, I think it's pretty cool for me personally. Oh my god, finally. Like, were blaze rod rates just, like, terrible in this version or something? Or am I just getting, like, owned? Alright, I'm just gonna... screw this. I guess I should probably start thinking about what my ambitions for the future, because, I mean... I don't know, I never really had a dream, if that makes any sense. Like little dreams, I've had those, obviously, but it's like... I don't think I've ever had, like... I don't think I've ever truly had, like, a dream career or anything. I don't even think I mean that in, like, a carefree, just, like, you know, wherever life takes me, I just go type thing. It's just, like... I never truly gave that much thought about my life. Especially until, like, recent times as well. And it's not a bad thing, but, like, you know, it's not a particularly good thing. I have stuff that I enjoy, like, like, coding, I enjoy computer science, but it's like, it's just so excruciating to, like, actually do. But yeah, I guess I've never really had, like, clear ambitions. Oh wow, wait. This track was in this version? What the hell? I don't know why that's so surprising to me. Concrete Halls is the other one. Dead Voxel? Oh my Jesus Christ, don't do it. Okay, I'm getting out of here. This is dangerous. But yeah, I thought this was like a newer track for some reason. Alright, that's cool. This is like the max amount of rods I wanted to get anyways. Yeah, but I mean, this is like one of my favorite songs just to listen to, especially like around the time I'm recording this, just like laying down at like 2 AM and just listening to this song and like thinking about life is sort of, I don't want to say it's a vibe, but you know. Yeah, honestly, I don't really know what else I want to do. Go back up with what I have and build a house, and I think think that's it. I think that's it for me. Yeah, I guess something I will say now is that, sorry for the absurd amount of sniffing I think I've done in this recording. I think my mouth is just drying out from, like, talking so much, because I don't usually talk this much. In, like, for, like, any given, like, situation. I will say, I do low-key sort of just miss strip mining like this sometimes. It's like, you know, you could just do this and like just have a video up on your other monitor. Like, chill while you do it. But, I mean, it's times like this. At the same time, it's times like this where it also just sort of just sucks ass when you barely find diamonds. I think that's one thing I do like about like the newer versions as well. Like the new cave systems and all that, because those are like pretty fun to like traverse. And of course, like when I complain, I actually find diamonds. I'm so smart. Whoa, that's what I wanted to do this entire time. That's why I made a second one. Ahaha. Alright, I think there's enough mining for now. I'll just start going back up, I guess. Getting full diamond in this one sitting would be pretty cool, but... Alright, I guess I'll start working on, just a little house. I don't think I've seen a single sheep so far. I don't think I'm gonna make anything, like, actually crazy for my base. I was never... You know, I've been playing Minecraft for a while, and I've never really been that much of a builder. You know, it's not because I hate building, but I was just never really good at it. It's not like one of those memes where it's like, oh, it's nothing insane, builds like a fucking million block mansion. Something that's just as basic as it gets. You know, the more I think about it, the more I feel like it's kind of weird that I've never really been a builder in Minecraft. And, I mean, which isn't to say that, like, I'm aware that, like, you don't have to be a builder to play Minecraft, obviously, but, like, or you don't have to be, like, insanely good at building to, like, play Minecraft, but I don't know. It's interesting. I think this game was just sort of popular with a lot of my friends at the time, especially Pocket Edition. Make like a little chill balcony here if I wanted. Yeah, but I think the whole reason why I'm doing this, that's the last thing before I hop off is, you know, I don't want to feel like I didn't accomplish anything. Get something finished, you know? Dude, are there 0 sheep? Man, the old door sounds too. Okay, are there seriously no sheep around here? Like, I think I've seen almost every single mob. Except for a sheep. I swear I'm gonna get more, like, string from killing spiders than I am wool from sheep. Yeah, apologies if this ends up like really chopped up and shit, just cause like, I'm not really talking that much. And it's just like, I'm really just trying to find a sheep. Like, I'm actually about to get wool from string quicker than I am from, like, sheep. Okay, I shit you not. My house is all the way over there. I had to come all the way out here just to find sheep. I also didn't craft any shears, nor did I bring any iron with me, and I'm also too lazy to go down there. So, use these as the roof because I'm too lazy to. Oh wait, you can't do that. That's crazy. Alright. I think that's the last time I'm gonna be collecting wood. It's fine. Probably a couple just to like add support beams to this. Okay, so literally like mid-editing, I realized that this shit was not centered properly. Holy shit. I don't know what wrong. I'm just gonna fix it right now. That's the solution. Okay, there. Fucking crisis averted. Symmetrical. Awesome. Jesus Christ. I don't know how I managed that. I really don't. I think that's decent enough. It's not really incredible, but I wonder. Whatever, I think that's fine. Yeah, and yeah, I mean, I guess with that, I'm sort of just done. Yeah, 2024. What a fucking year. I'm really happy with how the year went. You know, getting to meet a bunch of people, just enjoying life as much as I possibly can, I guess. I guess going forward, some takeaways just to, you know, appreciate where I am now in the present, appreciate just life in general. Some stuff I think that, you know, I could work on for like my self-confidence, learning to love myself, learning to, you know, just be more confident in myself, and being a better person every day, I guess. I don't know. But if for whatever reason you're watching this, first off, sorry for how insanely just disorganized this probably seems. Again, I've been talking with essentially zero script, and I think towards the latter half of this is probably going to be like heavily cut, just because like I was focusing in on just like trying to get everything that I needed for the house. And two, thanks for watching. You know, I hope everyone has an incredible 2025. If somehow you got some sort of meaning behind my good old 1 a.m. ramble, then that's also pretty cool, I think. Yeah, thanks for watching, and yeah, 2025 goes, I guess. Good night.